Hi. Hi. Who are you? Pavel. Do you have something for me? Nice piece of data. Why in a tunnel? Because it's very safe. Hi, my name is Pavel Savianko. Welcome to new Cube video. Today I show you how to use CubeGUI in client-server configuration and how one uses SSH tunneling to establish communication between Cube server and CubeGUI. Okay, we are back into our terminal, and today I would like to show you client-server functionality of CubeGUI. So the reason why one has this functionality is a simple fact that the typical measurement size after the Scorpion measurements goes easily into the hundreds of megabytes, gigabytes, and even tens and hundreds of gigabytes. So, and this probably totally reasonable size for HPC system, but absolutely not manageable size on our working platforms like laptops and login nodes and so on. So in this case, one needs solution so that one can use computational power of HPC system where one executed this measurement also for performance analysis. There are of course different ways how one can do that. One can install Cube locally on the system, on HPC system, and do X server forwarding. One can probably get access via Jupyter notebook or any other technical solutions which transfer the basically display. Practice shows that it is possible, but it is tedious, slow, and not necessarily always available. So this X forwarding is not always enabled, or the X server is not installed on HPC system. So for this case, we offer a client-server setup. So it goes basically with two parts, client and server. Server is a part of the Cube library, and it is installed as a part of Cube library tarball, and the client is a typical GUI, is our usual GUI. So okay, let's start server somewhere first. So let's demonstrate it on setup. That my server is running on my another machine, and I would like to open some Cube file which is located on this another machine, and I open it with a client which is installed on this current machine on my laptop basically. So we have to start our server on the server machine. So for that I will log it in, and I start it, and I get the message that the Cube server is running and listening to the incoming connections. Okay, so and then on my laptop, on another terminal, basically in this case, I start Cube as usual, and the Cube remote functionality is available under the menu file, and one goes to open URL. Also we define a special protocol prefix Cube, so in this way we can store the path which is actually going into the some connection. We stored also data about this connection. This remote one finds under file and open URL. One goes here. One sees the dialog where the server hostname is preset as localhost and port 3300. Currently there is no Cube server running on localhost, therefore the selection is empty, so we have to put here actual host name. In my case it is this one. If I do refresh, then I see the CubeGUI connects to the server and lists available Cube files for that server. It depends where server is, on which working directory server is running, and which permissions are given. So and here, let's say, let's select some example of cube file, like this one, and it reads the data and opens the cube file. And we can work with this cube file as it would be on our local system. Absolutely nothing special in this case. Okay. We have seen that the connection which we had to make was direct connection with direct server host name and port 3300. Not all systems allowed to connect to some arbitrary port. Majority of systems are completely closed for connections from outside or protected via firewalls and due security reasons, and such direct connections would be probably not possible. So what one would do, one would have to actually organize SSH tunnel. Let's take a short look how one does it in the case of Cube. So if one goes into our Scalasca website, Scalasca.org, and goes software, Cube 4, documentation, and opens the user guide, let's say HTML form, and sees the content. One sees here entry client server. That is the basically chapter where we explain the client server setup from user's perspective. So, and here is the paragraph. Many hosts don't allow ports to be accessed from the outside. And that is example how one sets up the SSH tunnel. Majority cases, SSH connection to the system is allowed because one authentifies himself using the credentials. If the SSH connection is available, then this tunnel is also available, and we can use client-server setup in this configuration. So let's do it. So we see that here one sets up on the tunnel and maps the connection from the server example on localhost 3300. So in our case, if we go on our system, let's leave it, and we can go open the SSH tunnel and start the server. Okay, and then if we start CubeGUI again and we go open cube file, we see that it tries to connect to localhost on this port, and because of this SSH tunnels, it maps actually this port from localhost into our server on the remote platform, and one gets the list of the available files, and one can work with them as usual, and one can select some file, and it opens, and performance analysis can be carried out as usual without needing to copy cube file on your local system. I hope you liked this video. Comment and subscribe, and see you next time.